afternoon. It's Friday, September 30th.
Live from the Beasley Media Complex in Boone, this is the Appalachian Weekly News.
I'm Leah Johnson.
And I'm Shannon Pendleton. It is going to be a cold and rainy weekend here in the high country thanks to Hurricane Ian. On Wednesday, Governor Roy Cooper declared North Carolina in a state of emergency. For Watauga County, a flood watch and wind advisory warning has been issued starting today and ending Saturday afternoon. Starting around 1 p.m., there is a 100% chance of rain, which will lead into the early morning. We can expect to see around 1 to 2 inches of rain. The wind speed will range from 10 to 30 miles per hour, with wind gusts going up to 50 miles per hour. Saturday afternoon, there is a 70% chance of rain, with it lowering to around 30% later in the evening. The bulk of the damage from Hurricane Ian will be over Saturday evening, but we can still expect to see some rain on Sunday and Monday. If you're going out in this weather this weekend, make sure to be aware of your surroundings and proceed with caution.
Due to the weather conditions from Hurricane Ian, the Apple Fest event that was scheduled for this afternoon on Sanford Mall has been canceled. There is no information on if or when it will be rescheduled.
Coming up, our correspondent Delaney Market tells us about great resources on campus, the Free Store.
I'm here outside the Office of Sustainability, where the Free Store is located. At the bottom of East Hall, the Free Store supplies free food for students, faculty, and staff.
My name is Heidi Ellis. I'm the office manager here in the Office of Sustainability at Appalachian State. The Mountaineer Food Hub and Free Store is located in East Hall, and we are on the basement floor. We're open from 8:30 to 5 Monday through Friday.
The Mountaineer Food Hub and Free Store offers free food and clothing right here on campus. The Free Store is run by the Office of Sustainability through Appalachian State. The store is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and available to all students and staff. Want to donate? They are currently looking for winter coats and other items to prepare for the cold season.
The Free Store is available to anyone with a Banner ID or app card, which includes all App State students, staff, and faculty members. So the mission of the Free Store is to combat with food insecurities on campus and also resource consumption here on campus. We have been here since 2016, and we just invite anybody to come and check us out, and we can give you a little tour, and we'd like to spread the word throughout the campus that we are here. So we receive most all types of food items, especially non-perishable items, canned foods within the expiration date. We receive produce, actually also from our campus gardens. And so a lot of times our students can harvest items in the gardens and then bring them here. They're free for our students. We also receive bread from Stick Boy every Thursday, and we keep that here for our students to come and pick up also.
With the Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Delaney. Back to you guys.
The Department of Theater and Dance is hosting their 2022 First Year Showcase to welcome all new students. Guests can come out and enjoy a series of dance ensembles performed by experienced dance majors. The theme of the showcase this year is Chaos and Calm. The event will also feature a piece from the theater department. The First Year Showcase will be held in the Greer Studio Theater on October 1st at 1 p.m. and October 2nd at 2 p.m. A representative from the dance and theater department tells us about the fall showcase.
I'm Shannon Retzloff. I am a senior dance studies major, and I'm a choreographer for dance in the First Year Showcase. We welcome all majors and minors and undecided, so anyone can try it out. And it's just basically an environment where everyone can dip their toes in the water, get used to the department, and try out their first performance here. The dates of the performance are September 29th at 6 p.m., October 1st at 1 p.m., and October 2nd.
If you're a fan of classic films, then this event may just be for you. App Theater is hosting 2 new classic film series for the month of October. The film series will include Halloween and sci-fi films. Some of the films that will be shown are Twilight, Ghostbusters, and a 2021 A Space Odyssey. The show dates for this event are October 4th, 11th, 18th, 20th, 28th, and 30th. The start time is 7 p.m. with tickets being $5 per person. You can buy tickets online or at the lobby box office. For more information on the films and dates, you can visit apptheater.org.
The Active Minds Club is working to improve the stigma around mental health. The club is working to educate students about mental health and how to cope. Some of the club's most popular events include Expression Night, Eating Disorder Awareness Week, Stress Less Week, National Day Without Stigma, and Suicide Prevention Month. If you are interested in becoming a part of the club, or you would just like to have a safe place to talk about mental health, you can email eichlers@appstate.edu.
With flu season right around the corner, the students have opportunities to take advantage of the flu vaccine clinics right here on campus. The clinics are being hosted by Student Health, Wellness, and Prevention Services. The first clinic will be Monday, October 3rd from 5 to 8 p.m. located in the College of Education, room 124. All you need to bring is your app card. Other dates include October 6th, 11th, 20th, and 27th. For more information about future flu vaccine clinics, you can visit wellness.appstate.edu/flu-clinics.
Students at Appalachian State have access to many different amenities on campus, such as the Student Recreation Center. The Rec Center is just one of the multiple gyms students have access to, and it creates a space for physical exercise. But they also offer multiple classes such as yoga, cycling, HIIT, and many others.
People should come to take classes at the UREC because it gives them availability to learn from different classes and be able to get a workout in while still making friends and having a good time with everyone.
All you need is your student ID to use the gym and participate in classes. You can also download the UREC app on your phone to view classes, wellness programs, and other resources.
If you are looking for something to do next Thursday, October 6th, consider heading to Legends for another live show. The Dune Sea and Coyotes are two local student rock bands and will be performing. This is the fourth live show at Legends this year. Doors open at 7 p.m. with the show starting at 8. Tickets are $5, cash only, and can be purchased at the door.
App State has been listed on some impressive university rankings this year. The U.S. News and World Report named App State as #1 on their list of most innovative schools, which we have ranked first for 3 consecutive years. This ranking is for schools who excel in innovation on campus. For Forbes magazine's 2022 Best Colleges list, App State made the list, even placing in the top 60% of all U.S. colleges. On this list, specifically ranking North Carolina universities, the Mountaineers placed number 8 in all of the state. The Princeton Review has a yearly best colleges list, and for 2022, our very own Appalachian State made the list. Also from the Princeton Review, we made a select list of green colleges for being pioneers in our sustainability mission. Among all the southern universities, Appalachian State placed number 2 in best colleges for veterans, which we have held for 6 years in a row, says the U.S. News and World Report.
I don't know about you, but I love to listen to podcasts, and today just happens to be International Podcast Day. This celebration started in 2014 as National Podcast Day, but after seeing the power behind it, the day was quickly rebranded to an international celebration. The day helps to connect creators and listeners all around the world. Podcasts can be streamed from many different platforms such as Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music. App State community has a few creators around campus. A few of those are Dave by the Bell, which can be streamed on Spotify, and Nothing But an App State Podcast, which can be streamed on Apple Podcast.
Comic-Con is coming to Boone. If you love dressing up, come out to the event and participate in the cosplay contest. Judges will be evaluating costumes based on construction, accuracy, and presentation. If you are a gamer, you can enjoy the Alpha Strike Tournament, a video game competition where you can compete to win box prizes. The entry fee is only $5. Comic-Con will be held at the Boone Mall from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday, October 8th.
Next week, App State Theater and Dance is presenting The Trolleys by Sarah West. Show dates are October 5th through the 8th at 7 p.m. and October 9th at 2 p.m. The play will be held in the Vogborg Theater located at 480 Howard Street. Student tickets are $10, faculty and staff tickets are $15, and adult tickets are $17. The Trolleys is about a world inhabited by children. There are 6 children who live outside the city who need their light jars to survive. But the light has started to fade, and they don't know why. The gang head towards the city and the unknown. If you want to find out if the kids find more light, make sure to go check this play out.
Vicious Biscuits is coming to Boone. This new location will be the 3rd business to open in North Carolina, giving them 5 locations total. The new biscuit restaurant will be taking the place of the old IHOP located next to Domino's. The construction has already started, but the process is slow. The date as to when Vicious Biscuits will open has not yet been determined, but according to their Facebook post, it should be expected within the next few months.
Leah, do you drive in Boone?
I sure do. It is so difficult to get around, and traffic can increase my commute time by 20 minutes.
Our correspondent Dylan Henson has the story on Boone's traffic situation.
If you're a Boone resident or App State student like myself, you've got to be frustrated with Boone traffic. Sometimes people can find themselves waiting 30 to 45 minutes just to get across town. This week, I spoke with Boone residents and their frustrations with traffic.
The traffic is always really bad here, which is why I just longboard everywhere that I can, especially on game day weekends when everyone's coming into Boone. That's whenever it's the worst, but it's pretty much always terrible here.
My thoughts on the traffic are that people should stop for pedestrians more, and yeah, it doesn't seem that bad, but like just trying to cross across campus, nobody stops, and I feel like you would be pretty late to class for that.
Well, a lot of the lights don't make sense. You know, it's hard to find parking because it's all street parking. We don't have a main communal parking garage. And, you know, you're crossing lanes of traffic to go park. And then people are walking out in the street all the time. It's not very pedestrian friendly, I suppose.
I guess the most frustrating thing is that it never moves. It's really slow and it gets really backed up at all the lights.
Boone traffic, it's normally not so bad, and then suddenly Friday happens or Saturday on a game day happens, and it's pretty shocking in a tiny little town like this to go from normal traffic to I don't even know what you call it. My brother lives in LA, and so I'm familiar with LA traffic. You wouldn't think you'd be experiencing similar feelings in Boone, but sometimes you do.
Among the worst spots for traffic is the 421 and Blowing Rock intersection near Wendy's and McDonald's. During peak times, traffic can be bumper to bumper back to Domino's. I contacted Boone PD, Boone Public Works, and NC Highway Patrol, and they have not gotten back to me regarding my request for comment. The Department of Transportation released some helpful tips when dealing with heavy traffic. The first tip is to give yourself enough time. Leaving late is never good, especially with traffic here in the high country. Next, it is essential to keep your eyes on the road and be aware of your surroundings. Lastly, it is necessary to keep safe distance from other vehicles, preferably 3 seconds between you and the car ahead of you. As Boone continues to grow, it is important to utilize the resources we have. Remember to use back roads and sidewalks when necessary. Also remember to drive safe. Reporting for the Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Dylan Henson.
So Leah, did you see that awful loss against JMU last week?
I did, and it was definitely a disappointment. Our correspondent, Alex Urquiza, has more on that story.
Last week was a week of comebacks for all of our sports teams. Let's start off with football. App State football hosted James Madison last Saturday, where they suffered a painful loss, 32-28, at the Kidd Brewer Stadium. The Dukes opened the scoring with a 27-yard field goal to start the game with a 3-point lead. The Mountaineers then responded with 28 unanswered points, ending the first half with a 25-point lead. Many fans, including myself, left the game early, thinking it would be a blowout victory. Instead, however, we had another nail-biting game, with the Dukes scoring 29 points in the second half, with App State unable to get a single point in the second half. This game once again showed fans not to leave games early because anything can happen this season in the Fun Belt. The Mountaineers' next game is tomorrow afternoon against Citadel as they host Family Weekend with kickoff at 3:30. If you don't have a ticket or you just want to avoid the nasty weather predicted for tomorrow, the game will also be streamed on ESPN+. App State's field hockey team hosted Wake Forest last Sunday, where they suffered a 3-2 loss against the Demon Deacons. Wake Forest had a strong start, scoring 2 goals in the first period. The Mountaineers responded with 2 goals in the second period to send 15th ranked Wake Forest to overtime. However, they weren't able to maintain their momentum in overtime as Wake Forest scored the winner in the extra period. The Mountaineers return to action at 1 p.m. today against Miami. Kicking it over to the soccer fields, App State's soccer team went to Huntington, West Virginia last Sunday, where they fell 3-2 against Sunbelt newcomers Marshall. Down 2 goals in the 56th minute, the Mountaineers scored 2 goals in the span of 2 minutes to level the score. Their comeback fell short, however, with Marshall finding the winner in the final 4 minutes. The Mountaineers play again today at 1 p.m. against James Madison, with the game live on ESPN+. App State volleyball team faces Coastal Carolina last night, where they fell 3-1. The Mountaineers won the first set, but as a common occurrence for App State sports team this week, another comeback was made, but with a victory for the Chanticleers. Senior McCall Denny led the team with 12 kills. The Mountaineers face Coastal Carolina again tonight at the Home Convocation Center at 6 p.m., with the game also live on ESPN+. That's all I have for sports this week. Leah, Shannon, back to you.
Thanks, Alex. Fall started last week, which means that it's almost time for peak week. Our field reporter Holly Hodges has more on this.
Fall is officially here. Just over a week ago, the new season started, but the question on everyone's mind is, when will the leaves begin to change their colors? Each fall, when leaves reach their maximum intensity of color and vibrancy, this is known as peak week. Dr. Howard Neufeld, a biology professor at App State, predicts when peak week will take place each year here in the high country. He says that leaves have already started to change their colors at higher elevations.
When you get to the 3,000, 4,000 foot range, which is like most of the parkway between Blowing Rock and the Lynn Cove Viaduct and Grandfather Mountain, peak week is usually around October the 10th through the 18th. That's if it's on time. So elevation is really critical. But the timing can vary from year to year due to the weather.
The biggest factors for determining peak week are temperature and precipitation.
But the most important thing is what it does in mid to late September and early October. If it's warm at this time of the year and into October, it's going to really delay the fall colors, and it'll make them duller. So instead of all the trees sort of exploding in color in a week to 10 days, it might stretch out over 2 or 3 weeks. And people might think, well, that's better, except it looks brighter when all the trees are at peak color at the same time.
The fall season in the high country is one of the busiest. Tourists and locals visit just to see the mountains covered in hues of red, orange, and yellow.
I think it's important environmentally. I think if people come out and see how pretty nature is and the beauty of it, they're more likely to maybe want to protect it. And so that's my hope, is that the more we get people out on the parkway seeing the colors, the more environmentally conscious they become.
There's plenty of time to get out on the parkway and view the beautiful fall colors. Wilson Creek Valley is one of several overlooks to choose from. For Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Holly Hodges.
That's our report for this week. I'm Leah Johnson.
And I'm Shannon Pendleton. For all of us at the Appalachian Weekly News, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.